Alright, so I just kind of wanted to make it throughout the years for kindergarten because, I don't know. So I'm just kind of laid back right now. As you can see, I'm just rocking a lifeguard sweatshirt. My hair's kind of messed up and not much makeup on, but that's okay because we're like family, you know? Actually, I don't even know who I'm talking to. Anyways, so kindergarten. For kindergarten, the kindergartens in my school district are cut in half so that there's an AM kindergarten and a PM kindergarten. Like AM kindergarten goes from like 8 in the morning to 11 in the morning, and then PM goes from maybe like the rest of the day to like 3. I don't know, like maybe 12 to 3 or like 11:30 to 3, something like that. Anyways, so I was in AM kindergarten, which really wasn't a problem for me because I was getting up really early and perfectly fine with it when I was a little kid. Of course, the first teacher I had, who was my kindergarten teacher, I didn't like her. I probably don't even know why I didn't like her. I probably just didn't like her for no reason. But I didn't like her. um, I was really advanced in reading at that age, so I was like always reading to the class. Like, I don't know, I was a nerdy little kid. Um, oh, it was in this grade that I learned that I didn't hold my pencil right, because I was always getting yelled at, and they were like, "You're not gonna be able to write that much," and I was like, "My hands are getting tired," and they're just like, "Yeah, because you hold your pencil wrong. You're supposed to hold it like this." They were always giving me like those grip gel things to like hold it like that, and I always hold my pencil like this. Like that's just always how I've held it, and I just used to get in trouble for that all the time. Whatever. Um, I'm trying to find things that are school related because I make a list, but yeah. Alright, so every day I used to come home to my mother and grandmother sitting at the kitchen table, just kind of chillaxing. Chillaxing. I'm probably never going to say that again. I hope I don't because it sounds really weird. Anyways, yeah, I kind of miss that. And I always get home like hours before my brother because I'd get home at like 11:30 from like after school, and he'd get home at like 3. So I just love that. I'm trying to get in. I don't want her in here. I think it was in kindergarten that my great grandfather died, which I mean I didn't really know him, so it wasn't really that big of a thing for me. That probably sounds really bad, but yeah. But I do remember that like I came home like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I went to school the next day or something like that, and I was just really tired. But I don't know, it was something like that. Um, I think it was in kindergarten because that would make sense to me, that I had like my first sleepovers at like other friends' houses. My mom's always hated sleepovers, like she just hates them. I probably only have sleepovers like once a month at my house, and then every other time I have to go over to someone else's house because she just hates them. Anyways, but every time I had a sleepover, which I really only went to like one friend's house because like I don't know, I guess other kids' parents didn't really like them for little kids either. But I mean, my mom still doesn't like them. But I always really kind of had them at like this one friend's house, and she doesn't live that far away. She just kind of lives up the block from me. And I always have to get picked up at like 12 or 1 in the morning or something like that, because I was just like, I just hated being homesick. Like I hated being away from home. I was always homesick. It was horrible. My mom probably like hated sending me up there, but we tried like every weekend, and I just always had to get picked up. That fixed within like before first grade though, because I know I spent like probably the whole kindergarten summer there. So I don't know if you can hear my family, but they're fighting. Okay, so it was in this grade where I like did that whole Santa at the mall thing, which was really kind of nerve wracking for me because when I was little, I always like just kind of like pretty much kind of self conscious as a little kid. That maybe that was just kind of me, but like I don't know, I didn't like people looking at me, even though I did like dance recitals and stuff like that. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned that in my last throughout the years, but I did dance from when I was 3 to when I was 8. So yeah, anyways, I did like dance recitals and I was fine with that, but if it was just me going out there and there was a bunch of people around me, I didn't like that. Yeah, you can see the pencil in my hand. Anyways, so that was really kind of nerve wracking for me. Plus the fact that I was Jewish, well, I still am, not was, but, and I always just kind of like, don't put the fence on. But like it's always been like a thing for me that I just think people can like read my mind. Like I just like feel like people can just tell what I'm thinking. I know it's weird. I just kind of have that weird feeling though, like all the time. Like, and I used to have it too. Of course, my dog just go away. So I was going up there and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Anyways, it was perfectly fine, of course. What was gonna tell a 5-year-old to like go away? Alright, so then I'll kind of talk about like my little personal life as a little kid. So, I'm pretty sure in kindergarten I made my first Build-A-Bear, which I still have obsessions with Build-A-Bear. Like, if you saw like the side of my room, well, actually they're not all over there. They're like kind of over in the corner. But I still make Build-A-Bears. Like almost every other time I go to the mall, I think, I make a Build-A-Bear. Every time I go to the mall, I go and Build-A-Bear. But like every other time I make a Build-A-Bear. I just love Build-A-Bear. I don't know. That's just me. I told my boyfriend we have to make a Build-A-Bear together, you know, the one with the hearts. And I'm going to put a dress on it. It looks just like a dress that I have. So I have a bear, and it's all pink, and I put it in a dress that looks like one that I have, but then there's another dress that looks like, oh, I'll go into that another time. And then, okay. So I was all into, like, that whole doll thing. Of course, I was a little kid, so I had, like, millions of Barbies and, like, those Polly Pocket things. Of course, this was before Bratz dolls. Way before Bratz dolls. It was Barbies and Polly Pockets. And I was just in love with them. Of course. Oh, I was also had like millions of Beanie Babies. Like they just covered my room. I had like things hanging up to hang the Beanie Babies on. There was this thing behind my bed, like a bedstand. I have millions of Beanie Babies on that. They were all over my floor. I just had like probably every Beanie Baby imaginable when I was like 5 or something. It was really bad. Like, my mom was always like, Rachel, you have to clean your room. Of course, she probably wasn't telling a 5-year-old to clean their room. But I mean, like, she was always coming in here and cleaning. She just didn't like that. But it's bad. As a 5-year-old, I don't know if this is when I was 5 or, like, a year after this or something, but I'm going to say in this one, I used to think I was just, like, an amazing singer. Don't ask me why. But like my friends and I would just kind of like sing and stuff like that, and we just thought we were the best singers in the world. And I'd like come home and I'd like sing about everything. Like I'd just sit in my room and like stare out the window and sing. Yeah, I was a creepy child. I mean, I still kind of sing, and some of my friends say I'm good, and like others say no, stop singing. But I mean, like I don't really care what other people think, so it doesn't really matter if they like sing or not. I sing for fun, and I guess I kind of sang for fun back when I was a kid. I don't know if that was for fun or because I thought I was good, but probably better than I am now. Anyways, and then just going into summer a little bit for this. I'm just going to put this down so I keep playing with it. I think that's the year I had my first year of camp. It was either this year or the year after. I'm going to put it in this year. And I loved camp. It was like, the camp I go to is like for people who live in like my little town. It's kind of a really little town, but I mean like there's a significant amount of children, I guess. So, like it was this camp, and it's like based around a lake. And then like there's like a lake and there's a playground and there's just like this huge spread of land and woods, and it was just it's really nice there. Like there's this like little what's it called? I don't know. Can't remember what it's called. I just don't know. But there's like the stage, and then up the hill there's this like huge like house looking thing. Well, it's not really kind of like a house. It's more like a garage, like a giant garage, like 10 times bigger than a normal garage. And it has like a health office and an office, and that's kind of one room. Then next to it there's like a kitchen for like if your group wants to go up there and cook. And then there's an art room because every group has art, and then there's like just this big play area in it, and it's pretty fun. And so the schedule would be you do like, as the schedule for that year for me was probably like do an activity, do another activity, I don't remember, go for swim lessons, then do more activities, and then a free swim, which is just you take a buddy and you swim in the little lake thing. I don't know, it was pretty fun. And then there's lunch, and they have pizza days, and they had McDonald's days back then. Trust me, they don't do that anymore. But they had stuff like that, and it was really fun. And then there's nature, and it was really nice. Like, I still go to that camp. well, of course, now I'm a CIT there instead, but that was like, I stopped being a camper there this year. Like, going into 8th grade, you had to become a CIT instead of a camper, which I guess was kind of upsetting because I kind of missed doing the little camper thing, and now I have to come up with like CIT activities for each group, and I don't even know. But I mean, like, it was really fun. Like, I just loved that camp, and I'm always gonna go back to that camp. Like, I don't care. I'll be 20 something, and I'll be working at that camp. I'm not kidding. I just loved it there. That's the lake. That lake is just my favorite place in the whole world. Just there's so many memories there. So that was basically my kindergarten throughout the years. I will link preschool and whatever else down there. So that looks like a rabbit. See you later.